How's that?
That was nice. I like that you actually jumped in and did it. This is kind of nice.
Did you see how I took responsibility? Like I'm fucking Aaron Paul. Remember that video where the police brutality shit came out and all the white celebrities were like, I take responsibility. And Aaron Paul looked like a fucking fool. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to a brand new episode of Trooth Serum Podcast. You got Ryan and Corey.
Corey and Ryan.
And today, this is the $200 episode of the Trooth Serum Podcast. So right now, reach into your pocket, check if you got $200, and give it to us through our Patreon page because this is episode 200. And we've been keeping it 200 with you. That's $100 for me and $100 for Ryan. Thank you.
Hell yeah. Thank you very much. It's like a reverse Oprah. You pay us, and we'll give you love.
It's a reverse Oprah.
Yeah. That sounds like that's like something from like Urban Dictionary. It's like a sex move, a reverse Oprah.
Oh, yeah. I bet it is one. I bet it is one. A reverse Oprah. What do you think that looks like?
Instead of giving the prizes, you receive the prizes?
Oh, yeah. Exactly. But then again, everybody, a reverse Oprah is also an Oprah.
That's true.
You know what I mean? It's a win. Everybody wins.
Everyone wins, man.
Do you like games where everyone wins, or do you like to be the only person who wins?
I like to be the only person that wins.
Me too, because otherwise I feel like it's not winning. I feel like we just all got like a, I don't know. I feel like it's not winning if everybody wins.
Yeah, it's like
in
it's
a game.
Like when, yeah, you remember field day, like back in school?
Yeah,
It's like, come on, like there are people that were the best in some things, and like, you know, you give us all participation like award ribbons. Fuck you. That's not even anything. It means nothing. Who hangs that anywhere in their house?
It means nothing. It means nothing.
Nothing.
I actually was really thinking about this shit. I was like, yo, according to my mathematics, 200 episodes is a long fucking time. So we've been doing it for 200 times. For 200 years, we've been doing this podcast. We do one a year. This is this year 200.
Your math is off and your time's off, but I'll go with it. It's 200, baby.
A year is 30 days. Honestly, like fucking COVID has seemed like fucking COVID-19 seems like it's been happening for 5 years already. Like
what?
Like I'm bald now. You know?
No, I can't get over that. No. A year's 30 days?
Yeah, if you could pick where you were going to go bald, wouldn't you just pick your pubes?
Yeah, if I were to choose an area that would be bald at, I guess my balls. Yeah, I agree there.
Yeah, I would actually take hair out of like my taint. You know what I mean?
Like, I always want to understand, like, what's the point of having hair around that area? Is it, like, protected? Because I know, like, if you have not, like, hair in your nostrils, it prevents things from going in, or hair, they protect you. But what does hair between the taint give you? I don't see the benefits here.
It gives you...
weigh the pros and cons.
It gives you dingleberries. That's what it gives you. You know, that's why people who don't, like, have good hygiene will have little pieces of shit just hanging out of their ass all day long until they take a shower in a couple of days. Can you believe that shit?
Dude, I don't understand how people don't shower. It's so weird.
Yeah. Just hose yourself off at least a little bit.
Like, I'm going to talk... Sorry, I'm going to mention this. I was on a trip recently with some old high school buds, and I love them very much. Everyone, even the whole crew, is super cool and nice, but yet... there is some of them that don't shower for days.
Hey, man, just take a shower, man. You need help?
Yeah. It's you know? What makes you think, like, you know, like, I get it, like, you're a lovable person, but, you know, you smell. Nobody wants to be around someone that smells.
Yeah, just be like Aaron Paul and just take responsibility for your own hygiene.
I think that might have to be the cold open because nobody knows that reference now.
Aaron Paul.
Aaron Paul.
Hi, I'm Aaron Paul, and I take responsibility.
That was a better version. You know what he sounded like, really? Like he's over dramatic. You have to be more dramatic about it.
I take responsibility. He was like South Park levels of dramatic.
Yeah.
You know when they like play when they do that, like you know they do the dramatic shit. He was like that level. It was very comical.
Yeah. I think I blame the direction of that PSA for being like, you know, more self-aware and that Black Lives Matter. I think it's just like I wonder if the director's like, all right, we need you actors to be like, just mean it, even though they're like very sincere. It's like I take responsibility, and all of them are like, no, we want more. I take full responsibility. You know?
Yeah, I wonder if anyone was like, wait a minute, for what?
Yeah,
for what do I take? I wonder if that happened. Yo, it probably did. And they still were like, well, I'm getting paid, so fuck it. You think they got paid?
But like, how do you feel now? Like, we've reached 200. This is a lot, dude. This is the most episodes we've ever done. It hasn't sunk in for me. Like, this is like, it is I know we celebrate our milestones from like 50 to like every 100, but like it flies by, and you know, it's an interesting feeling, you know?
Well, first of all, okay, before I get started on how I feel, I'm really excited. I just want to say congratulations to you for doing 200 episodes.
You too,
but,
buddy.
you know, here's the thing. Sorry, we're on a FaceTime call. I just said here's the thing, and then I showed him a picture of the thing from the Fantastic Four.
I still want to talk about that for this topic. You know, I still want to talk about the thing.
Yeah, I mean, he's like the same color as a basketball.
Yeah,
the same color.
Yeah, he's like a bunch of like, you know, gravel glued together.
Apparently he's got a wife too. God, your poor wife. Apparently he's got a wife, no?
How do you you know, get about that? Like, you know,
what got he by that? Start talking like Shakespeare.
Like Shakespeare.
What got he by that?
That house but your thumb a thigh? The
there?
Sirrah?
And
Speak,
thusly
Sirrah?
so it is true. Yeah.
Do you still remember that, like, your lines?
What got he by that? You broke his pate with your bowl.
That was my line.
Oh, sorry.
I like how you memorize my lines and like.
I don't know my own lines. That's why I'm not a good actor. Scratch everything I said on episode 199. We got it for 199. Yeah, because I can't remember a fucking thing.
The thing.
Yeah, the thing. Here's the thing, right? So there's a guy, he's part of the Fantastic Four, and he really got the short end of the stick. Because at least the other three people can go and walk around in the street and look like a normal person.
Yeah.
This motherfucker is walking around with a trench coat and a top hat on like he's fucking Dick Tracy.
And,
I
like that.
Yeah.
I like that was like the quintessential disguise for like everyone in comics and TV shows. Like the Teenage Ninja Turtles. Like, they're fucking green. You can't avoid that. They're wearing masks. They have a big shell. They're wearing like Humphrey Bogart hats and like trench coats. That's a sign of a creeper.
Yeah, you look like the kind of guy who's going to like open up his trench coat and show his dick to somebody who's trying to get home safe and sound.
I know, you're like trying to lead someone home. It's like, hey, you want to see something? Shh.
Or you're going to open up your trench coat and have a bunch of watches in there. Like, hey, man, I got a Rolex, I got a Panerai, I got a fucking da-da-da-da-da-da. Got diamonds. You like diamonds?
I like diamonds.
That was back when New York was cool, man, where you couldn't walk down the street without getting mugged.
Yeah.
What if getting mugged was different? What if it wasn't? What if somebody didn't take your shit? What if somebody handed you a mug that had coffee in it and it was a really nice experience?
I got mugged, man.
I got mugged on the way here, actually. It was great.
Everyone's like, what? Nice. Sweet. Is that made out of Seraphine?
Yo, it's so crazy. I had an idea this morning. I was driving into work at fucking 6 a.m. I was driving in, and I thought about, because I passed by like where my dad lives on my way to the freeway, and I was just like, yo, wouldn't it be crazy if I got like a fender bender with someone and then we both got out of the car and started yelling at each other? But as I was yelling at the person, I realized that it was actually my father, and we're both yelling at each other to go down the street like, oh shit, Dad, you got a new car? and we just stopped caring about the fact that we fucked our cars up.
Yeah. And like you see a cop car pull by, you're like, are you guys going to exchange insurance? No, we're fine. We know each other.
No, this is my dad. It's great.
Yeah, we don't need any help, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A way it'd be really interesting is if like two people got in a fender bender and it was a dude who didn't know his dad, and because his dad like ran off on his mom, and then he discovered, like, they looked at each other's IDs and they were like, wait a minute, were you born on da-da-da-da-da? Oh my God. You know what, son? I'm sorry. I take responsibility.
I love like, and your dad's Aaron Paul.
And then Aaron Paul is your father. Yes.
Yeah.
That's where that was going. God, I guess this is the truth about Aaron Paul. Episode
Aaron
200.
All right.
Everything you need to know about Aaron Paul.
It's crazy. Like, that man has a hell of a career.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Who would have thought he broke out from, like, Breaking Bad, Like, it's like his character was supposed to die in, like, the very beginning. Like, not even making it past the first season.
Wasn't he in Black Mirror a couple times? Or once or
something like that. I think he's been in an episode or two.
I do find him, like, compelling as a character, too.
Yeah. No, he's a good actor.
Yeah, I think he's great. I watched him do something about, like, this cabin that him and his wife have, and it's just fucking super dope. And he had, like, this spa area where you could sit in a sauna and just be looking out the window at, like, the mountains and shit. And he's like, yeah, animals just come up and stuff. It's like fucking, like, stuff like that is cool to me. It's like being it's like what it's like to be Snow White or Pocahontas. You just can talk, you can communicate with these animals, and they're just right outside of your house.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like to have a place, or like I like to be out in the wilderness once in a while. It's nice to have a home out of the city. You could be like, all right, I can enjoy the outdoors a bit.
I made it through the wilderness. Somehow I made it through. That's my Madonna. It's not that great. I'm working on it.
'Cause you're a virgin.
Fucked for the very first time. Yeah.
Wait a second.
Everybody likes to talk about that song, but they don't like to talk about the bloody mess that she left all over your sheets. Anyway. Wow, that got real dark, real deep. Just like that bloody mess she left on your sheets.
Oh, no!
Oh, man. Yeah, so the thing shows up, right? And everybody's having a meeting, and he's like, fuck, it's clobbering time. That's his line.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, a regular human being could probably fight the thing. Like, a bodybuilder could wrestle the thing.
I don't know about that, man. You get pretty scratched up pretty bad from that thing.
From
like,
the thing?
Yeah, he's like practically gravel, man. I don't want to wrestle something unless I have armor.
So does he always have a boner? Just all the time?
It's like, that's something like, you ever seen that movie Mallrats?
Oh, with Jason Lee?
Yeah, Jason Lee. Like, he's the one.
No, never saw it. I'm kidding.
I was like, how do you know? It's like, how do you know the actor in it?
You ever see The Transporter? Oh, Jason Statham? Nah, never seen it.
Yeah, like his obsession was like of superhero body parts. So that's something he would say.
I mean, honestly,
yeah,
you could sell the thing's dick on eBay if you.
You think it's a word? Sorry, what were you gonna say?
No, say it. What were you gonna say?
You were gonna sell it on eBay, right?
Wait, can he get tattoos, or do they have to like? Do they have to carve shit into his skin, or like, can they Mount Rushmore his back? Or some shit.
That's an interesting question. I wish we could ask like Marvel. Yeah, if the thing really wanted some sort of like symbol on him, like do they chisel it?
It'd have to be chiseled, right? Like he'd have to call a sculptor up to come and start just pounding into his chest.
Yeah, why not does he just not get it like smoothed out? Why doesn't he just sand his body down?
Why don't they? What can they exfoliate, or would it be like exfoliating if you touched him? Like if you're chiseling a like if he went and got like a Superman symbol tattooed on his chest, right? Which would be really fucking weird for him. And then the dude's doing it, and he's like realizes that the thing has a boner, and he's like, "Hey man, take it easy." Wouldn't you be upset if you were the tattoo artist and you noticed the dude you were tattooing had a boner?
One thing, well, if you're getting a tattoo, I think that's kind of legit. If you get it on your dick.
Yeah, you'd have to have an erection to get a tattoo on your penis for sure.
Yeah, you think like for those. Oh, thanks.
Sorry about that.
For those tattoo artists, you think like, like, hey, take a boner pill, and then I'll tattoo this shit on you. I want to interview a tattoo artist that did that.
Yeah, you have to. I mean, I would imagine, because you can't just have a boner while you get in pain like that. I mean, some people are into that, so I'm totally wrong. Don't listen to me.
That's painful as shit. I don't want that on my dick.
Bro, there's some crazy shit. Like, people get tattoos, like, around and on their asshole. Like, you can absolutely get it. See, this is why this show is not for kids.
Yeah.
This right here, this casual conversation about people getting tattoos on their anus. Anus. Famous anus.
Oh, is that famous anus over there? Hey, how's it going, neighbor? I'm all right.
Remember when you were in school? What was your favorite lunch? What was your favorite school lunch?
Favorite school lunch?
When you were a schoolboy.
I never had a really normal school lunch. I never had a favorite. Mine all kind of sucked.
Really?
I guess if back in high school when like they had like chicken fingers, I think that's the closest thing to like the best thing.
I didn't even know chickens had fingers.
Get the fuck out.
That's way worse. That's worse than buffalo wings.
Yeah, chicken fingers?
No, I'm saying like the buffalo wings joke. Like, oh, I didn't even know buffaloes had wings.
No, yeah.
I love a good "I'll see myself out" joke though.
Yeah, it's see myself out. I'll jump out the window here, my favorite. Or it's a dad joke. I can't wait to make dad jokes. I want to make a dad joke.
You can make a dad joke. You can make dad jokes all the time.
Yeah, but like I want to do it when I'm like I have a kid or like I'm messing with my nephew or niece. I'll start doing those jokes.
I feel like unfortunately, like the shit that's funny to us becomes a dad joke anyway when the gap between like who's young and cool and us starts to grow wider and wider.
Oh, it's already there, baby.
And we're just like, oh, okay, guess this isn't cool to you anymore.
All right, I guess I could stop talking about VCRs in front of you, you fucking dick.
You fucking asshole. Like, and the kid's like, what? You guys used to have to dial a fucking phone number or call a dispatcher to have a taxi show up? Yeah, that was a thing. And you had to pay them with cash. And sometimes it was $7, and sometimes it was $12, and that's when your mom or dad got into an argument with the cab driver about how I always pay $10. That was a fucking thing.
That was a thing.
It was like, yo, it would shave just a measly ass $2 off, but it would be like, yo, like this is what I always pay.
Yeah, like it's ridiculous that people argue like, oh, you're gonna argue the meter.
Yeah, my mom really thought she was... No, but not even like the meter ones, like the gypsy cabs. Like, my mom used to wait for them to get us all the way home to then start haggling. It's like, yo, we're already here. So that's actually really smart. Like, we're home already. Kids, get out of the car. Like, what's this guy going to do? Kidnap us? Possibly.
That's one of my fears, like if I were in an Uber ride or Lyft, like if I fall asleep, if they don't take me home, they'll take me somewhere to kidnap. I feel like that's like the prime thing to do if you were to be evil.
Yeah, for sure. Kidnap a child?
Well, I mean me personally, but yeah, a child.
Kidnap a child.
But also a child. That's hard.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty fucked up. That's right up there. That's right up there with littering in my book. No, I'm kidding. I take responsibility for that joke.
Yeah, it's
the thing. No, it's just be like an asshole about things that people are passionate about.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? You can kidnap an adult too, which is weird. Like, I feel like I'd be bummed if I got kidnapped because I'm just like, I feel like this is not something that should happen to me because I'm like a large man.
Yeah, but you don't really. I feel like you don't really hear about that, like, you know, only in movies.
Well,
Like where you, let's say I know people do go missing, they get kidnapped. I hope this doesn't sound super dark, but like I just feel like we don't hear about like, oh yeah, this 6 foot tall man got kidnapped. Like,
no, this is the trick
nowhere.
to talk about super dark things in a casual manner, so that way they're not a big deal.
Yeah.
So yeah, this 6 foot tall man, he went into the bathroom and then we didn't see him again, and we hadn't seen him for weeks.
Yeah.
Which is totally different than going into a coma. So but the thing is, no one would have a reason to kidnap me. Like, you kidnap people that are like, you kidnap like Frankie Muniz when like Malcolm in the Middle was on. That's who you kidnap, because then you can ask for ransom money. Because that kid was like fucking 16, driving around in a Porsche.
He also was in that movie Big Liar with
Big Fat Liar.
Big Fat Liar
with Paul Giamatti.
Paul Giamatti. Who thought he broke out from there?
Yeah. Paul Giamatti was blue too. They painted him all blue in that movie, like he was part of the Blue Man Group. But he also looked like Yondu from Guardians of the Galaxy,
or a Smurf,
or a Smurf. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or just a guy that spends a lot of time in chlorine.
Yeah, you know, you ever see those blue guys? It's always just like, God, I hope he doesn't sit next to me with his fucking blue skin. Do you think people would be like that? You know, it's crazy. I watched a movie with where Blake Lively was in it, and she was blind. And I was like, you know, it's crazy. If we were all blind, there would be no racism. We'd just be a bunch of blind motherfuckers bumping into each other all the time. Like, oh, sorry. Didn't see you there. And then the other person would laugh because it said, didn't see you there. Like, that would be a funny joke.
Or like, you know.
Because we can't see. Sorry.
Yeah. I feel like the only way to do that is like, you know, did you say something Braille? Did you Braille me, bro?
Yeah,
I find it offensive.
You can have a Braille argument with someone.
I wouldn't mind. Yeah, that'd be a kind of interesting world, like if we were blind and be like, oh, well, we'd probably get along more.
We probably communicate through sonar.
Through sonar, like Aquaman, but for humans.
Yeah.
Also or by just directly speaking.
Do you think there would be less violence in the world?
I think so. No, I don't know.
We might figure out a way to still beat the shit out of each other, but just as long as we take responsibility for our actions afterwards, I think we'll be fine.
Yeah. Oh, I hope in the world we will get there. Not to get too serious on that matter, but yeah.
You hope we all go blind?
No, I mean, like, you know, take responsibility and be like, you know, we're all cool.
Whatever happened to parody movies?
The people after after Scary Movie started fucking that shit up.
That's what it was, right? They just try to do it. They try to like keep doing it, and you can't overdo it.
Yeah, like they're not funny. Like you have epic movie. All right, we have parody or superhero movie. We're gonna take these superheroes and make them look stupid, but you're not doing it like how Mel Brooks does it, or the Zucker brothers, where like, you know, you're doing visual gags, but like doing it properly and doing word gags. It's shit. That's my opinion.
Yeah, and you know, shit is shit.
Yeah, shit is shit, man.
Yeah, I think that's the problem, because I remember being at that crossroads of an age where Scary Movie was like, whoa, and then Scary Movie 2 was great. And even now, like, I get upset when I think about, remember in Scary Movie 2 when fucking, who was that, David Cross was in the wheelchair?
Yeah.
And then the other guy was, I forget his name, but he had the small hand.
That Chris Elliott.
Yeah, and Chris Elliott, yep. And then they're arguing at the table, and he's like, you want a leg? And he's like, yours or the turkey's? And then they're all just going back and forth, and he's doing all these, like, handicap jokes, and he's doing all this, you got a little ass hand jokes. And it's like, but it was all in good fun, and it was tasteful, and everybody else enjoyed it. But now there's just such a group for everybody to be like, hey, I think we should cancel David Cross because he laughed a little too hard at that joke. But I'm here to tell you this, cancel culture. I want to cancel you. Can we cancel the cancelers?
Hey, man, there's no rules. If a dog could, there's no rule book that a dog can't play basketball, so why not?
I really wish that a dog could play basketball. Is that why Air Bud was able to play in the NBA?
Hell yeah, man.
Isn't it a bummer that a dog is better at playing basketball than you? Like, I'm not that good at playing basketball, but this fucking dog is very good at playing basketball.
Like, I would, if I were a fan, I would root for him. But if I was like, on the opposite team and he's kicking my ass, I'm sure I'll be pissed at that dog. Come on, ref! He was helping my leg.
Somebody's gonna kick the shit out of that dog. That's what's gonna happen.
I don't know. I bet that dog could be pretty vicious. He probably does a lot of coke in the back and is like, "I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to go, this coach."
Or the dog is like after the after party after they win the game and shit. The dog's like sitting down in the couch at the lounge, and all the girls are coming up patting him like, "Oh my god, you're so cute!" And then all of a sudden he just starts licking his own ass, and everybody's like, "Oh, I guess this party's over."
Yeah.
Or you can join in if you like. And the dog starts having like a severe, like Air Bud starts having a severe drug problem. He's like, "Yo, man, if you put peanut butter anywhere on your body, I'll lick it off." And then he'll look you in the eyes and be like, "Anywhere."
Yeah, this sounds like I would love to see this sequel to Air Bud. It's like goes full drama. It's like it's a redemption story of the dark and hard times of Air Bud, and then his rise up to redemption.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. What about like a serious movie that's like out right now, like a serious one that's important? I would love to take that movie and make a lighthearted version of it.
I'm trying to think. I haven't seen. I can't think of like any drama on the top of my mind that I saw recently that's like so dark. And I'm like, oh well, drama. It's like, all right, we could turn this into something light and interesting.
Yeah, we could probably take it, and then we'll have Gilbert Gottfried be the main character, no matter how old he is.
I love Gilbert Gottfried.
Like, I'd like to have Gilbert Gottfried play like a 12-year-old boy and be like older than the actual actors that are playing his parents.
I liked him in Problem Child.
I think he's got a great voice.
Yeah, he does. Like, I remember I was doing this movie with a buddy, and for his character, he did a bunch of celebrity impressions. And one of them was Gilbert Gottfried, but like he kept on topping the mic because like when you speak and do a Gilbert Gottfried impression, you kind of have to scream. You can't be like, "Oh, it's like I'm trying to pull back so I don't blow out the fucking mic." But like it was after a while hearing him do the impression like take after take, I'm like, "Oh, this is not so soothing anymore."
Wow.
It's like it's funny at first, and like I'm like after a few takes, like, "Oh God, his voice is like it really does cut in there." I like the guy. It's just like.
I can imagine just kind of like after a while, especially if you got to do a situation where you're like in your headphones and you're like being like, if you're the editor and you're editing his scenes, you're just like, I need to take a break.
Yeah. You go into the cupboard, pour a glass of whiskey, and your wife goes around and it's like, what's wrong? I don't want to tell you about it. It's Gilbert Gottfried.
It's Gilbert Gottfried.
Yeah.
I wish he was in that I Take Responsibility video. I know that we're talking about this video. Bro, this video came out months ago.
Oh, really?
Months ago.
I don't know. Like videos like that like are kind of weird to me. Like, there are right ways in doing it. I get you want, like, people want to show support in some way, but like when you have celebrities saying that, it means nothing to me. I want to see like humanitarians, scientists, and be like, we'll take responsibility. Like, just some real people.
Well, the thing is that this is the issue, right? Smart people that are intelligent, people that are exposed to, people that just are educated people are typically not ignorant enough to fucking participate in that kind of shit. They're just like, I know that I'm a good person, and that's it. So, but celebrities are very influential, and I think the target is always like young people, because young people don't give a fuck about anything except having a good time.
Yeah, that's true.
So I understand why they would do that.
Yeah,
but it's like, God damn.
Like I will like forever like I'll be so pissed and laugh if they had. I think I would just throw out my computer if I saw Logan Paul, be like, I take full responsibility, like right in the middle, shut my computer, throw out the window.
Wait, who's Logan? Who's Logan Paul?
Piece of shit from YouTube. Yeah, I said it.
Fuck you, Logan Paul. I don't even know who he is. I'm just riding with my boy on this one. You know what?
It's one of those like YouTube sensations. Those type of guys.
All right, Logan Paul. I guess we got beef now, motherfucker.
No, whatever. I don't care. He hasn't done anything bad to me, but like it's just like
I don't know who this is. Let me look this person up.
He comes off as kind of a douche.
If he's so famous, then how come I don't know who he is? Hold on a second.
Well, I don't think you should know who he is.
What the
fuck? It's like one of those like those people that post stuff like that.
Logan Paul.
Like is
he a fighter? Oh, I know who this guy is.
Yeah. He's like one of those whatever YouTubers. I know what to describe him as.
Is he a fighter now?
I think he was trying to do that shit.
Oh, cool. So I guess we would have to jump him.
Yeah,
no, I'm kidding.
Hey, Logan Paul, we're here to jump you. No, we won't do that.
Nah, I'm just kidding. I just saw a video of him. And I remember he was like a Vine guy, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, he's a funny guy.
Really?
I thought so before. I mean, is he? I don't know. I don't watch any of that shit.
That's all right.
Sorry, my nose is fucking.
No, I know. You always get those allergies. But yeah, he did like a video where like he went to like this Japanese forest and saw someone that hung himself. So he had a video where he's like making fun. He just randomly saw him and like started filming something. Which is totally fucked up.
Wait, so a guy killed himself?
He saw a dead body and pretty much just like took the camera, started doing bits. Like it's like because I think it's called the suicide forest or some shit. I'm just paraphrasing what the article said, but yeah.
Wow, what a fucked up thing to do. That's
really fucked up. It's like that's not humor.
First of all, I'd be really bummed if I came across a dead body. I'd be like, oh man, like I get bummed out when I see roadkill sometimes, depending on what kind of animal it is. I'm not gonna lie, depending on what animal it is.
Because you have empathy.
Yeah, I'm like, man, they really fucked that guy up, and it's like a raccoon and shit, laying in a fetal position, but he's not alive.
Oh, yeah. I hope he dreams of digging in trash at some point.
Well, you ever think about how like pigeons have adapted to not being afraid of us? Like, how come other animals haven't figured out how to cross the road without getting hit by a fucking car? Like, they haven't figured out like how to look both ways. Like, yo, there are cars here.
Yeah, they should. You know, that raccoon should have went to raccoon school, how to live amongst humans.
They should have done something. Because then he wouldn't fucking have ended up turning into a street pizza. Hi-oh!
Was it? I was watching this documentary about this guy who picked up these foxes that have been experimented on, or they've been domesticated, and he brought him this guy adopted them, brought him over to America, and they run like this like fox farm. And it's kind of cool. Like they've been doing this. They got it from a scientist from years ago that have been raising these foxes, and each generation has been like domesticating little by little. But they're still wild. But little by little, they've been developing into like more like a dog.
Okay.
But that takes time. It's a generational thing. That's what I've been noticing. That's why they're easing into this culture. But still, they're still wild. They're still running around, rolling around in dirt. You can't make them drink out of water. But I think it takes time, man. It takes that, it has to go through they have to keep learning and learning and learning each generation. And hopefully they'll transfer and become that thing that we are now.
Yeah, they can become the thing.
They could become the thing.
That's what they will do. Have you seen that documentary of that guy who befriended an octopus?
You could befriend an octopus?
Yeah, well, apparently an octopus has the same mental capacity as like a house cat.
Really?
Yeah, so they're pretty smart animals. But I didn't watch the doc yet. I know it just recently came out, but this dude, he was like snorkeling or some shit. What do people do? He was snorkeling, and he was under the water, and he was like checking out like all these reefs and shit like that. And he came across an octopus, and the octopus was like, "Hey, what's up, man?" I'm paraphrasing.
Yeah.
and then he's like, "Oh, maybe I'll go back again every day." And he went every day, and the octopus like would greet him and shit. This is what I gathered from the trailer. And he developed empathy.
He fell in love with an octopi.
So what happened is he had a platonic relationship with this octopus, and and then because before he met the octopus, he was like, should I become a serial killer or should I just go make friends with an underwater animal? And that's what he did, and he chose the high road.
That's cool. Yeah, like that's so cool though. Like you didn't think like, oh, sea animals could be that sort of animal. Like,
Right.
It's like, all right.
Sea monkeys.
Sea monkeys. That thing is so fucking stupid. Are they like? What are they?
They're
it's
little...
like, did you just put like microscopic salt in water and like somehow are they alive?
Sea monkeys. They're little people. They look like little people.
Yeah.
They look like little mermaids.
Yeah. That's what they look like on the fucking the
South
box.
Park. Oh yeah. They look like King Triton.
Yeah, like they're going to create a whole small society, somehow.
Yeah, it's weird.
In that small package, which is I think ridiculous.
Which is like the same thing as buying like fucking astronaut food. It's just really stupid. It's like, all right, sure.
I just wanted to turn into like a sci-fi thing where like they build a community and then cities and somehow they have a whole world in this little sea monkey thing, and you're just watching there and it's like, I hope they don't invade.
Yeah, it's like Clash of the Clans, but like,
yeah,
it's like if you get a bunch of beta fish and you put them in a large tank and you have a Royal Rumble and you see which one wins. Why are beta fish so fucking angry?
Yeah, what's your deal, beta fish?
Everybody likes to talk about how pit bulls are so aggressive. Have you ever seen two beta fish in the same bowl?
No.
Like one of them is trying to kill the other one.
I don't even know what a beta fish is.
It's those little fighting fish that they fucking sell for like $4 at the pet store. Because nobody wants to deal with them. It's like a bad kid at at an adoption agency. He just ends up staying there. He ends up staying there until he's 18, and then he goes and gets a job and moves out. Like
I don't need anybody.
Yeah, that's what happens. Sadly, I know. See how this is the technique. I'm going to show you a picture. This is the technique. You talk about something that's really sad and a real bummer, but you just casually say it, so it seems like it doesn't matter. Look at this.
That looks so cute.
Yeah, these beta fish, they look cute, and then they fucking, they're not nice.
Like, what about an alpha? Is that such a thing?
An alpha fish?
Yeah. Is there such thing as if there's a beta, it's got to be an alpha.
Oh wow, I didn't even think of that.
I could understand why betas would fight because they're competing with the alpha. It's like, he's the best, or I could be the best.
I guess the beta fish have a complex about not being alpha.
Yeah.
Wow. That's what you discover on episode 200.
Who wants to test our hypotenuse?
Who wants to see my hypotenuse? I'll show you my hypotenuse, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
I had a dude say to me, and tell me if you agree with this. I had a dude say to me yesterday. He said, with all the information on the internet and YouTube and all this shit, kids don't even need to go to college anymore. That shit's a scam. That's what he said. And I was like, bro, there's a part of me that really agrees with you.
Yeah. No, I agree with him too. Like, through my personal experiences, going to college did open my mind a bit because I couldn't attain that information. But ever since the internet started revealing more, there are more books coming out from experts, and I don't really need to go to school. And what the fuck is the point of the certification? Even though I have the knowledge, but I guess you need to show proof. And that's, as I know, I'm going reverse here and being devil's advocate, but I guess it's nice to have that sort of proof for other people to know that I have this knowledge.
Yeah, it's a real.
Even though I would love to trust somebody and say that they have it.
Yeah, I mean, they just want you to jump through hoops because I think if it was easy, everyone would do it. But I do think there's a lot of truth in that shit, man. Whoa, I read that one.
Yeah, I got a little bit on my meter for that fart.
The information available. Okay. Like, do you want me to just go to school and pick up textbooks with the fucking same stupid information that my parents learned? Sorry, don't care. Moving on. We have TikTok. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll put my old footman down.
I don't even know. I didn't even use TikTok. I don't know about that shit.
I can't. It has information there?
Apparently, the information is if enough people approve of what you do, then you can feel validated. Yeah. Right? That's where we are in society. We do things so we can show other people that we did them. Otherwise, we didn't do them. And then once we show the people that we did them, our mood is like, if our happiness is contingent upon people liking what we do.
That's just, I think that's kind of sad in a way. Like, I do like approval. It's nice getting like it's like if someone says like you're doing a good job, I'll take it. But like if it's like a like from an Instagram post, like sure it makes me a little bit better, but like I don't feel like I achieved something. I'd rather be like, all right, it's a skill and a good job. I appreciate that, you know, or something we've done, we worked on.
It's nice to earn shit because of merit.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I mean, I worked hard. I am good at this thing. That's why I worked so hard on it. So it's true, like what you said earlier, like people getting participation trophies. It's like that kind of like diminishes the person who actually is good and who did work hard. It's like, yo, but what about me? Like I busted my ass and this asshole barely showed the fuck up and he got a trophy too. Fuck him. Fuck that dude. And then you create animosity and resentment, and then everybody starts fighting because nobody's looking at their own. Nobody's staying in their own lane. Everybody's in their lane, but they're looking in the other lane. Like, well, what are they doing over there? When you know?
Yeah. Why don't you just take full responsibility?
Yeah. Why don't you just be like Aaron Paul and take responsibility? I'm gonna find the voice. And then I found my voice.
So you want to play it for the audience?
Yeah, I want to find the voice. So, hey, I'm Aaron Paul, and I take responsibility.
Great guy, though.
Oh, yeah. Aaron Paul, good dude. I'm going to keep saying how good of a dude Aaron Paul is. Oh, sorry. Whoa. Return of the Mac.
Okay, I don't have the rights to that song, so I'm glad it's that many seconds.
Yeah, we don't own Return of the Mac, and I fucking wish we did. And that's the truth. People don't say that enough.
Such a good song.
For every time it was easier to ignore than to call it out for what it was.
Kristen Bell was in this shit too. God, here it goes.
I take responsibility.
It's so short.
I take responsibility. Okay, Christian Bale.
Yeah, his hands are folded in the very beginning, just to paint a picture, and like his head's down, then he raises his head up, and then he says, "I take full responsibility," and then dramatic. Like it's just.
Well, about 3 years ago, it was really popular. You know how like pose is popular? Like if you were like a quarterback, like fucking Dan Marino or Joe Namath or some shit, and you would do like that pose, that like quarterback pose where you're reaching the one arm out and the other arm is like pointing in that direction too, but you're you guys know the football pose, I'm assuming. If you don't know, you should look it up because it's
yeah. And then, it's like it looks like the beginning form of a dab.
Yeah, so but you're looking in the other direction.
Yeah. No, it's a cool pose.
It's still a great pose.
I feel like now poses are more comedic than like cool anymore.
Yeah, like if you're standing next to a dog, you like to pretend like you're fucking the dog. Like that's how you take a picture with a dog. And
I like that.
Specifically Air Bud.
Is that how you do it?
No, it was about 3-4 years ago now, probably 4 years ago. It was popular you would notice a lot of people, mostly girls, not trying to sing a lot of group, but they would take this photo where the pose was your hands were together like you were praying, like the Jesus praying hands tattoo, popular in the hood in the 90s and maybe still now.
Like this? Sorry, I'm not showing to you.
So you would do the Jesus praying hands, but you would be down on one knee in a half kneeling position.
Take a knee, okay.
And somebody else would also like mirror you, and that would be the pose for the photo. Look it up. It was a popular post. So Aaron Paul was like,
bringing it back. I want to bring it back.
He's like, I'll bring it back. Not only am I going to bring it back, I'm also going to get a Caesar haircut, keep my hair nice and short. Wow. And he looks good. But he just happened to be a part of a video that some people didn't like. Me personally, I think it's cool because it really shows the range of his voice. Like now, I feel like he could sing. He's got like a Louis Armstrong voice. I see trees, red roses too. You know,
like I don't like, you know, he's not the most talented singer, Louis Armstrong, but it just works.
Unique.
It's lovely.
It's unique.
Yeah. It's unique.
You know.
Yeah.
It's so crazy because you think about it now, it's like you almost don't even really need to have talent to become a musician. I mean, not a musician, sorry, like a rapper or a singer. And back in the day, you know, you had all your good singers. I think probably, I don't know this is me talking out of my ass. Obviously, you can take whatever you want from it. But my favorite thing ever is Dave Chappelle said this. As a comedian, all you got to do is talk about shit that you know. And I think Ariana Grande is possibly the best singer around right now. I don't know. I could totally be wrong. I bet some fucking 17-year-old could go, actually, it's da-da-da-da-da. And I'll be like, oh, never heard of him. And then I'll turn around and walk away.
Yeah.
And then I'll walk back like, oh, sorry, I forgot to flush the toilet. No.
So wait. So that, like, that's your truth in your rap? I'm sure that'll work.
Yeah, I'm taking a shit the whole time.
I'm taking a shit. I never keep the freaking. That's why I don't rap.
What's the earliest you think people should have to wake up in the morning?
The earliest?
Yeah.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock is reasonable. 6 o'clock is not reasonable.
No, that's early. Like a little too early.
Like fuck 6 o'clock.
Yeah, I know. Fuck that shit.
Honestly, I mean, if you really think about it, if you have to leave the house before you've even taken a morning dump, that should be illegal.
Yeah. Like, the only reason I say 6 o'clock would be reasonable to play devil's advocate here, like, it's, you know, you'll be able to do more if you wake up at 6. Like, you get the workout out of the way if you do work out, and then, like, go about your day. You know, like, and you don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah, but how many times during the day do you have, like, a couple of hours where you're like, oh, I guess I could have worked out in this time slot?
That's true. I've been doing that, but I feel like if I don't do it early now, like, I get all fucked up. Like, I get lazier. I can't put more energy if I'm doing it mid-afternoon. I still do it, but I feel like I have more energy in the morning than it comes compared at night.
Yeah, not going to lie. I worked out early this morning. I worked out at 9 a.m., which I typically usually work out around, like, noon, anywhere between, like, 12 noon. And I'll say anywhere, honestly, between, like, 11 a.m. to, like, 2 p.m. is usually around the time I work out.
Yeah.
But I worked out early this morning because I had an early client. And I feel great because it's still early afternoon. I got a few more things to do, and my workout is already done, which is honestly one of my priorities. So
yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, you're looking good, by the way.
Thanks, man. I'm really working on it. I'm really sore. I'm thinking about getting into a jiu-jitsu class.
Oh, dude, if you do it, I'll join you.
Wouldn't that be sweet? Like if we were just doing jiu-jitsu, so that way when Logan Paul comes after us, we could beat the shit out of him.
Hey, you that guy, right?
I had to do it.
Not Aaron Paul, but Logan Paul.
No. Yeah, Aaron Paul is totally cool. Logan Paul, I don't know. My boy is not a fan, so I guess I'm not a fan either.
Yeah, Aaron Paul. If you're not a fan either, you should join us.
Yeah, unless you guys are related, in which case you have even more of a reason to want to kick his ass. Don't you want to fight your cousins sometimes?
Yeah, teach him a lesson. This is how you really be a human being.
You could get into a fist fight with a family member, and it's totally fine. You just won't talk for a few years.
Yeah, that's the most breaking at moment, unless you that's a history that you guys have, which is still not right.
Well, if you lose the fight, the person will want to talk to you. But if you win the fight, the person will not want to talk to you for a while.
Yeah, I guess it depends on the person.
Yeah,
I like how the reasonable ones are willing to listen or even talk, when the other one's just still fucking abstinent or not arrogant. You know what I'm saying? Am I going off topic here? Am I crazy?
No. The reasonable person will be reasonable.
Yeah.
Will be exactly that. The unreasonable person is going to be a dickhead about it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like they can't accept fault is the other word.
Yeah, I mean, you should honestly be able to get into a fist fight over a game of Tekken, and then go, all right, guess we're gonna go eat. You guys are hungry, and that's it.
Yeah, you gotta learn to lose, everybody. You gotta learn to lose.
Learn how to lose. Learn how to lose,
and lose humbly, or be humble about it.
You know, and don't let them cancel you either. I think that's weird.
Yeah, everyone just calm the fuck down and look into everyone. There's two sides to a story.
Who's giving these people power?
Yeah, I think the execs act on like numbers or whatever, and they're like, "Oh, hey, we should cancel this show, cancel this person," instead of like, "Can we just talk to them for a second before judging who they are?"
Can we also? We can. The thing is, though, we can have an opinion about who they are. I think that's fine. I think just a matter of like. I think there's room for a lot more things to exist in the world than like we're all of a sudden allowing.
Yeah.
And it's like there's things that are right and there's things that are wrong. I heard our good friend Grayson Sanford of the Weekly Checklist podcast. I heard him say, there's right and wrong, and this is, it's like it's not an agree to disagree thing, it's a right or wrong thing. And I feel that way about cancel. I feel like cancel culture is like, there's right and wrong, and if somebody is clearly hateful, then they are wrong. If somebody just has an opinion that you don't like, then you can also just go, all right, I guess I don't have to talk to this person. And you can just move on and go live your life and take responsibility for the things that you have to do.
Yeah.
Who
cares? Take care of yourself. Like, what are you trying to prove?
What are you trying to prove? You know what I was trying to prove? Nothing. When I took a Clorox wipe and wiped my ass with it because there were no more wet ones and had the worst burning sensation I ever had in my entire life. And I'm still standing here before you today.
I couldn't believe you did that.
Yeah, it was bad. It was real bad.
Oh.
It was real bad. Well, guys, I want to say, I'm not going to say it, but I want to say thank you for listening to us, for coming back time and time again and proving that you are the best fans, the most electrifying fans in sports entertainment. No,
hell yeah. I miss that saying.
I miss that too. If you smell, no, the Rock is, bro. Did you see how he ripped that gate off of it with his bare hands? I'll send you that. Anyway, sorry.
What?
I'll send you. This shit is wild, bro. The Rock is he's a superhero. Anyway, with that being said, I want to say thank you all, because the real superheroes here are you, because you guys keep us afloat and you guys keep coming back. And honestly, I've even heard people reach out and say, I love hearing you guys' podcast. I love Corey has a podcast. I love your stuff. Like, that means a lot to us. And sometimes a little goes a long way. Like, you don't realize how much you can make our day by just letting us know that you like what we do. So feel free to reach out to us anytime. We're very approachable guys.
Yeah.
And we love you all. And this is just a lot of fun for us to do. So thanks for coming back week after week, because we genuinely enjoy doing this. Episode 200.
Yeah. Like, dude, I have full appreciation to all of you that have been listening to us for all these years. And please, we want to keep creating more content, and you should keep doing what you're doing, whatever it may be. Make yourselves happy, be positive, treat yourselves well. Fuck Logan Paul,
Shout out to Logan Paul. Shout out. Don't insult me and then give me a shout out. Yeah.
I'm like we were talking about not being negative. I'm like, now I'm being just a dick.
Yeah, then it just gets fun, right?
It's fun, yeah. Yeah, check out our Patreon page at patreon.com/truthserum if you're willing to donate and help us out, and we want to keep producing newer, and we have future projects we're working on as well. I'm very excited about. We'll put news next year, or at least close to maybe a couple months once we get all together.
Oh yeah.
And we please Instagram us at Truth
Serum underscore podcast.
podcast.
And I got a word of advice for you guys. Some people are going back to work. And if you are running late to your job, you know what? Fuck it. Stop at Starbucks and grab that cup of coffee or that mocha frappuccino. Because bosses love when you show up late with a cup of coffee in your hand that you bought down the street. Thank you, guys.
Later.
Later.